Hello, my name is Djelani, and I'd like to invite you to my free series of webcast interactives to end 2020. Let's face it, 2020 has been one interesting year. Not only have our families, our schools, our communities been impacted by a global health crisis, we've seen unprecedented natural disasters, political turmoil, economic downturns for many businesses around the world that are shuttered. Have you ever noticed also that in the middle of such chaos, there are those few individuals who thrive? I'd like to tell you my story. I grew up in a small town in Georgia, and I moved to California to study music. After graduation, I decided to pursue acting, so I went and I got a master's degree in acting, and I tried really, really hard, but nothing seemed to stick. Nothing was working for me. And at the time, my mother said to me, "Well, you love children. Why don't you teach?" And so I became a substitute teacher. It was perfect for my acting career. Acting was not taking off, so I decided to get another master's degree, a master's in film producing at UCLA. So I went and I studied film producing for many years while teaching to pay the rent. After a while, I just felt the whole world almost like caving in on me because I knew I was not doing something that I loved. I was not doing my passion. Teaching was something that came very easily to me, but it just wasn't my thing. And so I began a series of trying to transform my life. And oftentimes when we set out to transform our lives, we look outside. So I thought, well, maybe I'll get another degree. So I got the second master's degree. And I thought, well, maybe if I could just learn another language, I'll learn French. So I studied French for about 10 to 12 years. I started traveling. Maybe I need to be someone who's more global and thinks bigger thoughts. So I've traveled to Paris probably 20 times, oftentimes staying to study French. I've traveled to Senegal perhaps 14 times. I've traveled to about 15 countries around Africa. I climbed Mount Kilimanjaro. I took a 3-day trip to the ancient city of Timbuktu, trying to find that thing out there that could help me transform my life. Nothing seemed to work. I spent tens of thousands of dollars going to the big intensives with the big coaches to change my life and to turn my life around. Nothing was working. And I thought, well, maybe if I'll go back to school and I'll get a PhD. So I went and I got a PhD. I tried all of these different things. I ran marathons to prove that I was this intense person who could achieve anything. I did a bike ride from San Francisco to Los Angeles. All of these things outside of myself to prove that, yes, I'm a hard worker. I can go and I can get them. I am a fighter. My life was flat. It was a disaster. It didn't happen until one moment I realized that I was looking for the wrong thing. I believe very much so in the thought that we will begin to see more beautiful answers when we ask more beautiful questions. And I realized in that moment, and this changed everything, I realized that I was asking the wrong question. The question that I often wrote in my journal was, what's blocking me? What's in my way? And when I asked those questions, I always got an answer. Well, this is in your way. That's in your way. So then it becomes, oh, go take another course. Oh, take another transformational. That was the wrong question. The more beautiful question, the more powerful and profound question was, what is possible? When I made that little switch to ask those more beautiful questions, I began to experience more beautiful answers. What's possible to create in my life? How is it possible to create a beautiful community? How is it possible to be a stronger presence in my family? How is it possible to create deeper art? What's possible? And so in the middle of a crisis like we are experiencing in 2020, to ask the right questions, we begin to see the beautiful answers, and we begin to be those transformative beings. So in the middle of crisis, when we ask the question, where is the love in this? Where is the joy in this? Where is the peace in this? Where is the power? Where is the learning? And when we stop and ask those questions, and if we're willing to listen in every aspect, those answers are constantly answering. And so, in this series of Transformative, we're going to play, we're going to have a great time. We're going to build community. You can stop by these free interactives as long as you want as we end this year. So in these interactives, we're going to ask the right questions. We're going to create, starting with the question, what's possible? So I hope you will check out my website. You can find my information at www.djelaniham.com. That's Djelani Hamm, DJELANIHAMM.com. DJELANIHAMM.com. And you can also find a link below. I look forward to meeting you, and I look forward to all the possibilities of creating something powerful, something profound, as we let go of this year and move into our greater selves. I wish you the best. I wish you joy. I wish you peace. I wish you creativity. Thank you.